Thanks for tuning in to Borderlands weekly video podcast thingy. I believe it is April 16th. That is an awesome Wednesday. That means comics are out and life is good. However, that makes yesterday April 15th. That is Jackie Robinson Day. Now, I love Jackie Robinson. I'm a huge Dodgers fan. But just on a side note for me, this isn't related to comics or anything else. Jackie Robinson integrated the National League. The American League was integrated by Larry Doby. Larry Doby's from South Carolina. He's the guy that did the same thing Jackie Robinson did. He just did it in the American League. I want to give him props. We love you. You're awesome. Then move on. So, merchandise this week, guys. We've got a couple extra things you might not normally see up here. It's a little different. So, you notice we have this tiny TARDIS that we've got going on here. This bad boy has all 11 doctors. Pretty killer. Opens up. Oh, I'm going to do it just because it's fun and I like it. How many doctors can you fit in a box? No jokes. No Timberlake fans here, are there? All right, so that's really cool and I thought it was neat, especially with us starting to get closer and closer to the end of the year when we get Capaldi. The miniatures for Star Trek from Eaglemoss are in this week. There's also another Enterprise that I think we forgot to put out. Plenty of pop vinyls this week. Peabody and Sherman. We've got Rocky and Bullwinkle. We've got some from Little Nemo. Got those here in the shop. They're always great. I know we've got a lot of you guys that collect them and we appreciate it. Walking Dead, we've got the Daryl on his motorcycle. If he had a shield, he would be cooler. It's an in joke for a few of you. Also, some of the games we wanted to spotlight. You know, we always have Smash Up in stock. It's a great card game. Legendary from Marvel is a great card game. I play that a lot with my buddy Mike. It's really good. Yellow Submarine Lunchbox with thermos. Walking Dead didn't have a thermos. Game of Thrones didn't have a thermos, but the Beatles have a thermos. The Marvel chess set. Now I've got a few of those pieces in this week. They came out of order. So we have the Daredevil and the Spider-Man. Spider-Man was the first piece. So those are in this week as well. If you did the Batman or the Justice League, they're really neat things. We like those a lot. Also, pardon my allergies and cold, guys. Death Star ice cubes are back in. It's kind of like a Scotch ball. I may or may not use one. They're kind of nifty and geeky cool. GW this past week, the Astra Militarum, which is the Imperial Guard Codex, came out. We've also got some of the other models here. We've got one of the tanks. There's another one that has a tank and a squad. We've got all these models in stock here in the shop, so if you're a GW fan, just know we've got that product here for you. We're one of the biggest GW stores in the country. Itty Bitty Hellboy thinks it's cool. He really does. And Robbie the Robot's coming to give him a great big hug, because that's what Robbie the Robot does. He loves everybody. Also this week you can see we've got the Daryl statue down there, and a slightly hidden Game of Thrones snow globe. Also fun. Now, what we're going to do this week, we're going to throw a change up. Let's do graphic novels first. Oh yeah, I'm being reminded by my director type dude. He yells at me a lot behind the camera. It's kind of like having a mind mad at you. It's sort of weird and awkward all at the same time. We did get the D&D minis in. Now this is a new line of miniatures. These are from Gale Force 9. Now guys, this is not from Reaper. It's not from anybody else. It's a brand new set. They come in box sets. They're really cool. Dritz is one of them. And we've also got a Beholder and some groups of adventurers and things. Have a check. We'll have them here if you're a D&D fan. They're going to be fantastic. They'd also go well with a Pathfinder game or any of the other games like Dungeon Crawl. All right, so we are going to go graphic novels now. They're heavy. Attack on Titan. I'm told there's 2 or 3 people that might like that. So we got it in. Daredevil. I like to call this one Daredevil and the Monster Squad, because that's really what it looks like to me. It's got all the Universal type monsters on it there. I'm sure they're not Universal monsters because they're copyrighted, but they happen to be generic werewolves and Frankensteins and all that great stuff. Back issue is out this week. For us old school guys that like to read about that, they always do a great job. At tomorrow's Alter Ego. You guys, sound like I said Eagle, but I think I said Ego. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? So anyways, review on Herb Trimpe, the guy that brought us Wolverine. How cool could that be? Marvel Fact Files. Now, I'm not really sure what happened at the Marvel Fact Files factory. It's kind of like Peter Piper. But these are supposed to come out once a week. They're awesome. They've got lots of great stuff in them. Each issue has neat write-ups, plenty of good art, and it just fills you in like an encyclopedia on all the great stuff in the Marvel Universe. Now, one a week. If you've looked at the website, we got 12. 12. I know in England, where these come from our buddies at Eagle Moss, do all the great chess pieces and stuff. I didn't think they had a different calendar than us, but apparently they do. So, we've got a few here to show you, but we have all of them here in the shop. So we've got Sentinels, Black Panther. That doesn't necessarily mean that's all that's in the issue, just what's on the covers. For those of us that may or may not have watched Winter Soldier, spoiler, you should know by now, this guy, Mr. Strange, is mentioned in it. Don't think that could mean there's a movie coming to you. Mr. Rhodes, the War Machine. Steve Dillon's Punisher, loved his work on Preacher. Liked it on Punisher as well. Also, 2 graphic novels that if you hit Godzilla in the head with, he wouldn't be happy. We have the Jean Grey Phoenix Saga in one big omnibus from Marvel. And we also have Russell from Jeff Smith. Now, Jeff Smith did Bone. Bone was family friendly. Russell is more of an adult story. It's really good. I hope they make a movie of this one day. They've never succeeded getting Bone made. I enjoyed Russell a lot. It was really good. If you like Tesla and time travel stories, this is a great read, and I think you'll like it. All right, moving on. So sometime soon, there's this thing called Amazing Spider-Man 1 coming out. This is the last issue of Superior Spider-Man. This guy named J. Scott Campbell drawing the cover. I might have heard of him. Apparently someone likes this guy. Pretty good stuff. This is the interlocking cover to his cover on Spider-Man 1. We have these on the rack at cover price. Come grab them while you can tomorrow. Ultimate FF #1 is out. Colored amazingly on the cover by this guy, Rico Renzi, that will be at South Carolina Comic Con. Have I mentioned at any point there's a South Carolina Comic Con? It's going to be May 17th and 18th. I'll probably mention that more than once. Exo Manowar is out this week. Did I mention that we like Rico Renzi's colors on Ultimate FFs? Because we do. X-Men 13's out this week. They were too lazy to draw the cover to Hulk 1. So, if you've got crayons, you can do your own. Shame, Marvel. Star Wars #7 is out this week. That's the Lucas draft version, so that's off his original script that he may have written with crayon. I don't really know. I haven't seen it. Baltimore. Batman Eternal #2. Maybe I want to read Baltimore. I don't know. I like Baltimore. It's a good comic. But the weekly book, 2nd issue out. It's been good so far. Only got 1 in. Now, Batman, the finale to Zero Year. And they put some kind of crazy high gloss on this one. It was kind of cool. Feels different. It doesn't really matter to you because you're watching on a podcast and you have no idea what I'm talking about. But when you come in to get your comics on Wednesday, you will. American Vampire #2. Yay, Scott Snyder. We are back. Amazing X-Men 6 with a good buddy Nightcrawler fighting it out with Mama. They're always not getting along. I still like the whole deal with him doing the 3 swords, using his tail for the 3rd one. If you haven't read the Nightcrawler miniseries by Dave Cockrum, God rest his soul, do that. So Steve Niles. Steve Niles is awesome. And so is Bernie Wrightson. And man, this is a big issue. It's the reanimated edition of Frankenstein Alive. Bernie Wrightson's one of my favorite artists ever. You should check this out if you're an art fan. I don't know if anybody out there buys anything with this Harley Quinn character on it. But apparently someone does. Here it is, newest issue. That is #5. We do have some later printings of some of the other books. A lot of people are collecting those as variants. Make sure you check them out. We have them on the rack cover. Green Lantern and this guy don't get together at Thanksgiving, but they do give Sinestro his own #1. All right, now we're getting into one of my books, Mercenary Seas. I love this. If you like old 60s spy movies, this is a good book. I wish they would draw James Coburn in it. It would make it better. For those of you that are hipsters and don't know who he is, that's what Wikipedia and IMDb are for. Mercenary Seas, great book. Give it a shot. All right, so I have talked about every product in the store here and probably ran really long. I appreciate your patience for hanging with me. SC Comic Con, we are selling tickets in the store. You can come pick them up here. We'll put you on the will call list. You can pick tickets up a week before the show. All right, so we'll have them here, get your information, give you the wristbands that we have, you'll be good to go. Make sure to check the website, sccomiccon.com, for updates on all the guests and vendors. We're adding more of each every day. It's going to be a really big event. We're really looking forward to it, and we appreciate all the support that we've gotten from everybody on it. One of the things that I mentioned on Facebook that I want to make sure I mention here. I'm not sure, if one person or multiple people or who nominated us, but we were nominated for the Eisner Award for the Spirit of Retailing. For me, this is a huge honor. For everyone that works here, this is a huge honor. I met Will Eisner. He was a great guy. To be nominated for an award that has his name on it is probably the coolest thing that's happened since I've owned the store. So I want to thank you. We're going to do our best to put together a competitive package and see if we can place well in the event. But every guy that gets nominated is awesome. I've gone through and looked at some of the videos, and it's a real honor just to be put in the same category as some of those stores. So thank you very, very much for doing that. As always, guys, check us at borderlands.us. Send us an email at borderlandscomics@gmail.com, and we'll talk to you next week. Hey guys, and thanks for tuning in to Borderlands Weekly Video Podcast Thingy. I believe today is April 16th, if I'm correct. Now, what that makes yesterday...
Give me a second.
I'm getting paused and edited, having to start over and stuff. Because Micah didn't have the sound level quite exactly right for my melodious tones.
Yeah, you need to be louder. All right, go for it.
Okay, same voice level, or
Yep.
right here?
You
right
can
here?
be the same.
Just keep it there. Just keep
You
it
can
there.
be the same.
Rock and roll. Don't change, just be me. I can do that. I can do that.
Or
All right.
maybe change it a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. It's hard for me to get a whole lot better, I guess. Or, well, who knows. All right, come on.